Thanks to Peter Suspension and Brakes. I'm in the Narre Warren dressing room and Daniel Foote's with me. I tell you what, it's very hard to focus, isn't it, mate?
You're going on.
Well done today. I know I nabbed you at a tough time. You just come out of the shower, and there's a couple of guys behind the camera doing some weird things. You just come out of the shower, and I said, show us your guns, but you wouldn't do it.
Yeah, no, I got to put it away. No, not for social media.
Okay, well, let's talk about guns. How did you go today? You personally?
It was a bit of a scrap. Wet day.
Because I didn't see the game. I was at the Cranny-Warri game, so I didn't see the game.
Yeah, it was a bit of a grind. So really wet deck, kind of contested, scrappy kind of game of footy. So.
Does that please you though, knowing you can do that when you have to?
Yeah, exactly. I think so. I think it probably suited us a little bit more. I think, but I think we as a side we got a good balance between people who can play the really inside kind of footy and people that kind of play on the outside.
So who would you say played well today, other than you being best on ground?
I think Quirk really stepped up. So
he always does that.
Yeah, so he was
him or his brother.
That's right. Yeah.
I mean, I can't tell the difference, and they don't look anything alike.
No, he had a big role today. He stepped up. He was coaching as well, so tough gig.
Yeah.
But so he stepped up. I think Josh Chon was really good on the outside, and Tom Miller on the outside as well. So we had a good balance, and we looked dangerous up forward, and the backs really held up, especially in the one-on-ones.
Daniel, I don't want to put the mocker on. I said this to Dylan when I spoke to him earlier. I've rated you guys always, right from the start. He's talking Berwick, but I've rated you guys. There's a feeling amongst you blokes and the management that you can do this.
Yeah, definitely. I think we've got a really good group, a core group, and I think off the field we get along really well, and it kind of translates.
You notice that, because you've got a great presence. Stu's a fantastic player.
I think the culture's been really big, especially in the last 5-6 years. Been really big. I've been able to drive that off the field, and that obviously correlates with a little bit of success on the field.
Let me ask you this though, mate. Do you prepare any differently for finals? I know it's so long since I played finals. I mean, I can't remember. So do you prepare any differently? If that's a silly question, just say, Coach, that's a silly question.
No differently. So I'm not very superstitious. I'm a bit laid back when it comes to preparation. So I don't have any superstitions like that. But
so no sex for a game, mate?
Got to find a lucky lady for that.
What are you going to use this as a dating site? GameFace, there's an idea, Glenn. GameFace is a dating site. Why not?
No.
You're a good-looking bloke. Come on. Okay, you've got, as I mentioned to Dylan earlier on as well, you played at Berwick here at Edwin Flack and against Beaconsfield, and now next week you're playing Berwick. Some of their guys were here watching.
Yeah, no surprises there. So, and they've got a lot of good players. Obviously, their top tier is really strong, and they're pretty good across the board. So, it should be good. Hopefully, the weather's a little bit better, but we'll see.
Obviously, you want to win next week to get that break and then jump into the grand final. But sometimes it's not such a bad thing if you do just keep rolling.
Yeah, exactly right. You kind of find that rhythm. So. It's not obviously you want to get the win, you get to kind of freshen up a little bit, but it's not such bad. You get the second chance, obviously, and kind of allows you to build a little bit towards the grand final.
So we're going to build a Daniel fortress around the team next week. Did you get that? Fort Daniel fortress. It's a very bad attempt at humour.
Nathan.
Did I call you Daniel?
We'll let that slip.
No, have I been calling you Daniel? Why aren't you stopping, you idiot? You idiot. He just... I was calling... Okay, righto, thanks for that. That's the last time I talked to Nathan. Good on you, Nathan. Prediction, how are you going to go?
Hopefully well. So I'll back us in. So, yeah, definitely.
How much?
Next week.
So your brother Daniel Foote, is he playing next week? Because he's got a twin brother spitting him in. Thanks for your time, mate. Good luck.
Cheers.
Thanks to Peter Suspension and Brakes. I've got Dylan Quirk with me. I'm going to ask the obvious. You happy?
Oh, ecstatic. Yeah, obviously. You look outside this morning, we probably weren't stoked, but we're very happy now.
Is it a game you expected to win or not?
I mean, we were definitely confident. I mean, we're a different side to what the side they beat early in the year, I think. We've had a few good ins and that. I think we're different sides of that team that played that day.
Yeah, they seem to sort of get their act together towards the end of the season. Of course, they've got another crack. I was at the Cranny-Woorie game, and Cranny won that game, so they've got a crack against them next week. You guys take on Berwick, right?
Yeah, we'll play Berwick. Looking forward to another opportunity. We played them round 1 and round 18, so there was sort of long time in between drinks. So we sort of know what we're up against now, and hopefully we can tinker with a few things to go be better.
We'll get on to that game in a minute, Dylan, but what about today? Big ground. I mean, you guys are used to playing on a big ground. It's a nice ground, though. It's not. It didn't look too bad out there.
Yeah, it's probably the worst I've seen it, though, to be honest. It's usually.
Well, I don't know anything what I'm talking about. To be totally honest, as I said, I was at the other game, but I just had a quick look then.
It usually looks like the MCG out here, but there was puddles on the ground. It didn't drain too well, but that's probably the worst I've seen it, to be honest.
Okay, well, I don't make a fool of myself. In fact, you wouldn't be the first one to make a fool of me, mate. I do a pretty good job myself. But how did you go? How did the team go? Did you just play reasonable wet weather football, or was that the plan?
Yeah, the plan was just to keep surging, just keep getting numbers to the footy. Nothing pretty. I mean, I don't think you can get away with overusing the footy on days like today, and we'd probably bar a 10-minute period in the second quarter. I think we did that all day.
I think, and I don't think the Woorie Alec players or coach Jack would be too upset with me when I say that's what they tended to do a little bit today against Cranny. They just overused the ball in wet conditions, and they kicked some ridiculous, I think it was like 12 or 13 behinds, whereas Cranbourne kicked a lot straighter and more direct.
Yeah, especially on days like today when you don't get every opportunity, you got to make the most of them. We hurt ourselves certainly last week. I think we kicked 10 or 11 goals, 16 or 17, and you're coming from a fair way back if you're going to miss all them opportunities.
Now, I don't want to put the mocker on you, mate, but I have tipped you guys ever since I first saw you play at the beginning of the year. I just thought that you had that look about you. Has finals footy changed the mentality at all?
No, not really. I guess it's a different group to last year as well. So, like I said, Berwick's a benchmark, but now I guess we know what we need to get to. So,
what do you need to do to beat them, though?
We just can't let them outnumber us at the contest like they did last week. They're a good side. They're really well drilled, and they've got some stars. So, if we can even it at the clearances, we were pumped in there last week around the stoppages. So, I guess if we can 50-50 then, it'll go a long way.
How I've lost my train of thought because one of your blokes there was yelling at me or you. I'm not quite sure who. It's quite an excited change room. We're down here. It's quite bizarre thinking that you played at Berwick today and you're playing Berwick next week. Were any of the Berwick guys here watching?
Yeah, I think there a few of them were in the canteen. I think a few of them were helping out, so that's good to say. It's good culture, I guess. That's getting boys to help out behind the canteen and doing the stuff when they're not playing. It's good.
Okay, so what do you do this week on the track? Anything different?
No, nothing different. Probably a light week. I mean, you're not going to get any fitter this time of the year. Light week. Tuesday, Thursday, hour, and then maybe 45 minutes on the Thursday, and then going to next week.
Good on you, Dylan. Thanks for your time. As I said, I rushed over here. It's always nice to chat to you. You're one of the first people that will talk to me. Good luck for next week, and well done today.
Thanks, Coach.
Get your game face on.